So now let's quickly see a quick analysis on our pound, currency pair. And we're looking at our index. So if you are interested in any of this our video, I want to say on this our channel we analyze our forex markets, our crypto market, and our stock market. So if you are interested in any of our analysis, please subscribe. By the way, subscribe, like and share. Also comment if you have any questions. So now we can see our pound index. By the way, our pound index, we can see that we actually be having that massive fall for a month now. We are actually having that for, I think, for some weeks now. So you'll be having that massive fall. So we are having something called a retracement, that push up. By the way, that is exactly what we are looking for. So this week, what do you think our pound will actually be going? Our pound, any pair relating to it, should actually be going bullish. Our pound should be going bullish now. We can see that our pound now, we can see our pound is actually giving us something called a retracement after this massive fall. We are looking for a retracement to this our area here, about 1.51. Like I said, we are looking for a retracement to 1.51. We can see on our 4-hour time frame, our pound is actually giving us that bullish move. So after it has gotten to that 1.59, then we can actually now see that fall down. Definitely we should not be seeing a break above here, and if we manage to see break above here, then definitely we should be seeing that rejection. We should be seeing that fall around this our area here. So what we are aiming for is our pound to actually get to this place, get to our 1.51, and if it possibly it's pushing, continue pushing up, then we should actually be seeing the rejection around this our area here. So for this week, we should be aiming for a bullish move on our pound index, and any pair relating to it should actually be falling while our pound should be going up. Now our first pair that I have here is my euro pound. One thing that I know is that our euro to want to start pushing up. One thing I know, if our pound is actually pushing up, our euro always pushes up. And if our pound is falling, one thing that I notice that our pound is actually our euro is actually falling. So but when we look at this our analysis, definitely I want to be seeing a little bit of fall on this our euro before we actually see that push up. Why, I will show you why I'm aiming for it. We can see that we are having that bearish move, then definitely we should be seeing a rejection here. We've even gotten that a little bit of double top, then we should continue to see that fall to this our area here before we can actually see that bullish move. And if possible, we might our euro can actually fall to this our liquidity low here, but definitely I doubt if it will actually fall here. But I'm looking at this place to actually take my buy on my euro pound, by the way. So our other pair we have is our pound AUD. Once, like I said, our pound is actually falling, right, and on our index, right, and we will want to be seeing a retracement this week. Now we should see we should be able to get that retracement around this our area here, to this our area here, whereby we see that fall, and if possible we should actually be seeing that area here to this fall. So there are two places where we likely see that bullish move, then we actually see that reversal. One, we should be seeing that bullish move to this our area, and I believe our price pound will actually pushes up, will break and push up here before we actually see that fall. So definitely we would want to be aiming bullish on our, we would want to be going up on our pound AUD. So let's see on our 4-hour time frame. We can see that our price is actually moving, it's actually ranging now. Let's continue going up here, then we can actually see that reversal, and if not, we should actually be pushing up to this area here and see that reversal on our pound AUD. And our next pair is our pound New Zealand. We can see that if we are to analyze our New Zealand USD, we see that our New Zealand is actually falling against our USD. I just don't know why, but our analysis shows so. And when we're looking at this our pound index, we can see that our pound wants to start giving us that bullish move, whereby our pound is actually giving us something in retracement, which is bullish, right? So if you are to compare this pound and New Zealand, you will see that our pound is actually going to be going bullish, while our New Zealand will actually be going bearish. So definitely I want to be seeing that push up around this our area here before we actually see that rejection. At least our pound should actually push up to this our area here. Then we can actually now see that fall on our pound USD. And apart from that, we can see a rejection around this our area here, a rejection around this our area here. Now we can see it as a support. Definitely we should actually be going, up on our pound New Zealand. So that is why I'm saying we are actually going bullish on our pound New Zealand. Our next currency pair is our pound CAD. Since our pound is actually giving us that bullish move, then we should actually be seeing that move up here before you can actually get that reversal, by the way. So we should actually be going bullish. We should actually be going up on our pound against our CAD. We should actually be seeing that rejection around this area here before our price can actually fall. So let's see if we can give us, if we can see here rejection here, but we should actually be seeing that push up. Then we can actually now see that push down, straight downward to our this our lowest place where it has given us as a support. Now on our pound Swiss franc, one thing I noticed about our USD Swiss franc is that our USD is about to push down and our Swiss franc will push up. One thing that I'm seeing on this our pound Swiss franc is that let our pound should actually push down a little here, then we actually see that continuous movement. I think that should be giving us something like a retracement, and we can actually see that we see that push up, we see that something called the retracement, a little bit of retracement, then we should actually continue on our pound Swiss franc. So let's see if what our 4 hour is actually showing us. It is actually showing us push down. So before we actually take our buy, we should be seeing our 30 minutes. Our 30 minutes is actually giving us that movement up. We see that at least we should see a movement up like this. We should see a little bit of retracement downward, a little bit of down. Then we should actually see this break of structure. Then we can actually take our buy position, or you can actually wait for our price to come back, retest this our area here. Then we'll actually continue our movement upward. So that is our analysis for today. If you find this my video helpful, like, subscribe and share.